this training is so sweet. What's that? Alright, I guess we're live right now. Okay, alright. We'll start in right away. Hopefully the network survives. It's been a while, and I took a break from doing live analysis, but we're here now. Okay, we're here now. Okay, so we're looking at few currency pairs this morning just to check. Today is Wednesday, July 8th. I'm looking at few currency pairs, not so much, but just few. I know most of you have been disturbing, or some of most people have been sending message, oh, when are you going to start? When are you going to start the live analysis back? When are you going to start? Well, we have started it, right? Good morning, first of his name, this man. So we've started it, right? And I hope the sound is okay so I can proceed. So looking at GBP USD, my watch list is just like little, very little. So I'll just do justice to what I have here before going to other pairs. So looking at what I have here for GBP USD, although I take this one off, I had a buy from this level here. This is how I cut the buy, and I'm done buying. I don't want to buy again. I want to sell now. So this is a rejection bar or rejection candle just outside a breakout. You might not see the breakout, but I'll show you. So there's a breakout here. Let's say there's a bullish breakout. That's what you're seeing on, like the bullish breakout presently is on. Okay, so after price broke out there, I just waited for a retest basically. So after the retest here, price came back into the rejection bar and rejection candle. Why did I trust to use the rejection candle? Is because this level like acted as liquidity. So I was like, okay, it's enough reason for me to use the POI that's just below it. You get? So it was just enough reason to use it. So immediately price mitigated the rejection candle here. This all that you just need to do, you don't just enter the trade to buy or to sell. So all that I just did was, okay, let's go ahead to look for confirmations. Now one mistake that majority of you do is, okay, you have your trade, you have your POI, you're waiting for a mitigation, then you use confirmation, but you make a mistake. No one is going to tell you this. I mean, I'm privileged to tell you now. So mistake that most sometimes you make is you want to then go to 5 minutes, or you go to a time frame lower than that to get an entry because you don't want to lose the trade. Now the thing with that is, it's not like it's wrong as long as it gives you a positive edge, no problem. But I'll advise you to do, if you start using 15 minutes, it becomes better, because the way the 15 minutes will be is going to be different than the way the 5 minutes will be. So 5 minutes might give you an earlier confirmation, 15 minutes will give you a late confirmation. If 5 minutes gives you an earlier confirmation, it means that it can also give you a much more earlier, area where that particular trade idea would not hold, right? Because of the frequency of the way it's going to come from the 5 minutes. But when it's in the 15 minutes, I don't know whether if I'm explaining this better now, but if it's from 15 minutes, it's much more late. So think about it. 1 minute, 15 minutes candle is 3 5 minutes. 5 minutes candle in 3 places. So it's much more late. It gives you better confirmation. It gives you a better way to trade. Most people want to trade fast. They want to just go into the market, take a trade immediately, and well, no, you don't need to rush. You're not rushing anywhere. So this was the mitigation here on GBPUSD here. After mitigation, the only thing you do, remember, I've said this countlessly, for every buy trade, when you go to a lower time frame, there was a sell-off, then the sell will shift to a buy. What do I mean? So you have you have an idea to buy, okay? So you have an idea to buy. So in the lower time frame, this is what you would see. Always, if you think it's a lie, then you should check it yourself. All right, now in the higher time frame, it might just be like this. It might just be a pullback like this into this level. So this is higher time frame move, but in the lower time frame, this is the move that you get. So but a lot of persons are not patient enough to wait for this type of confirmation. Do you get me? Not a lot of persons will completely say, okay, I want to wait for this confirmation, I want to wait for this confirmation and all that. Do you get? And that's where the problem is, or that's where the problem lies, should I say that? That's where the problem is. I don't know. Are we still live? I don't know. The way this X stuff is okay, I think we're still live. All right, so that's where the problem is. So a lot of persons want to go into the trade on time, like very early. Don't go into, I'm not seeing this thing, so please, if you can retweet it, you should retweet it. I don't know the way Twitter does their own live stuff. It's just rubbish, just absolute nonsense. So a lot of persons want to just hurriedly go into the market, but if you wait for a confirmation like this, it's much more easy for you to then leverage on the trade, even get as much RR you can leverage on and then leave. Do you understand? So this is the mitigation of the higher time frame POI here. And what do you see? There was a sell off into that POI. As you can see, there's a high here, came down to make a low, high, breaks this structure down, makes a low, high here, come down to make a low, then goes up, then displace. So if you are familiar with ICT concept, right, ICT explains this as a displacement. If you are very familiar with ICT concepts, ICT already explains this as displacement, right? So price goes up here, displaces this. Now you can enter based on any PDRA you want to use, but I used to use Fibonacci level. So what I just did was I took this is called the displacement low, and then you take it to the displacement high. Do you get? So what I then do, what I do is, it depends on the kind of displacement. There's what I used to call normal displacement and abnormal displacement. For a normal displacement, I just explain everything. For a normal displacement, right? Yes, let me use this. So for a normal displacement, the last break of structure for a normal displacement, now the last break of structure would not be too far off from themselves. So it will not be too far before you return back and break that high or whatever. So it won't be too far before it displaces. This is a normal break of structure, and so this is an abnormal break of structure, or abnormal displacement rather. This case, it's too far. So it will be this one now. Before price displaces, the break of structure is very far before price will displace. This is an abnormal displacement. So in this case, let me take this off. So in this case, you can see that this is where the break of structure occurred. Okay, so you see that it's very far from it. So here I usually we use 50%. I use the 50% on the Fibonacci 2, or maybe you use the Gann box. So I took the trade from 50% here. However you want to leverage on the trade, then you decide. You can add a little bit of space for your stop loss so that it can breathe. Okay, and then you take your trade. from there. Maybe you leverage on the trade, you make 5 hour, and then you're out of the market. It's just 5 hour, market retraces, and price is now retracing back. Basically, it's just easy. But like I said, a lot of persons are not patient enough to wait for confirmations like this. You want to just hurriedly jump into the trade, body the hot, you get that kind of routine. So body the hot and all that. So I don't know, I can't see people that are on the space or the session now. If you're on the session, please retweet it. I can't see. Before, the way the live stuff will show is it will show what you are doing, but now the way X work, it will just show it as a link. So I don't know, they are it's just rubbish. X is not serious, they're not yet serious with whatever they're doing. So okay, so I guess you I'm very sure that maybe you got that explanation. Okay, I think it's back, is showing. So I think you got that explanation, right? So I can proceed. So this was the trade I got on GBP and it was just a 5-hour trade, only 5 hours. Now I have a new trade idea on GBP. Now I posted this trade. I posted it. So one thing I used to do is before the trade plays out, I'll post the breakdown and all that shit. So and now I have a different idea. I feel like, okay, price might want to react from this level. It's not confirmed yet, you get, because already there's a sweep of liquidity here that you can see clearly. So what might want to happen here is that price is coming down. Use this place as a reclaim block. You know what it means. It has reclaimed it now. I'm supposed to go up from here, you get. But me now, I don't do that. You get. I don't trade just like that alone. So what I'm going to wait for now is, since most of what I trade is a breakout from the 4-hour structure, I can see that price has broken out already from a 4-hour structure. So what I'll be waiting for now, simple, is if price is going to react from this place. I'm not in a hurry to take the trade. Oh, there's a confirmation to buy here, because yes, indeed there is a confirmation to buy here already. See, this is the displacement I'm talking about. So you see, this is the POI mitigation, and so price comes, then displaces it here. This is a normal or abnormal displacement. From what I just showed you, it is a normal displacement, right? Because the break of structure and to where price displaces is not long. So in this case, we use 23.6. So if I wanted to buy from here now, this is what I'll do. I would have been on the buy trade already. Okay, I'll be on this buy trade like this. But I'm not, because I don't have, I did not plan the buy bias. It's for a sell. So what I want to do now is I want to wait for price to trade into this supply area that I've marked. Once price trades into the supply area, then I have a bearish displacement. So like this. So you can see that price is already going up like this, right? So let's say then after it gets into this POI here, let's say it trades more into it, and then we have a displacement downwards like this, then count me in. I'm definitely going to sell. You get. So but again, like I used to say, this doesn't invalidate your trade idea. If you are bullish on a pair, still be bullish on the pair, because it's your trade idea. Do you understand me? You should not trade your trade idea because, oh, you saw something. No, don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. If you send me, maybe you send me a message, oh Dios, I saw something like this, what do you think about this? I am one of those persons that will support you. I'll say, take the trade now, why not? Because we don't say, no. It's good to trust your own bias. Alright, so for GBP like I said, I'll be waiting for a displacement around this level. If there's a displacement and a confirmation, then I'm going to be selling, and I'll be selling up until this low here. Yes, So I'll be saying till this low here. So again, if only if there is a displacement in that level. I think this is not well fitted. Like I said, I knew it's supposed to be here. Yes. So only if there's a displacement again. So that's GBUSD. So I'll go on to the next one. Although if you look at the overall structure, you can still see that overall is what is bullish. It's bullish, and you don't want to trade against the trend. It is only professionals that do that, and they only do that when they get what confirmations to do that. So to just jump into the chart and then do anything you like. So for Euro USD, okay, so for Euro USD, I just drew this bullish trend line here. No decision to be made yet. I posted it yesterday about a reaction off from this level here. So this is a liquidity spot. I marked this level here. I posted it that I was not going to be taking any trade again this week because I already made I had made my trade objective for the week on Monday. So what I'm just going to do is sending the breakdowns, the chart analysis on my X and my Telegram channel. So I posted this yesterday for Euro USD that okay, this is like an engineered liquidity. To understand engineered liquidity more, go and watch the videos or go to YouTube and search for Kevin Talent's video and TechChris video to understand engineered liquidity more. Engineered liquidity, by definition, the way I'll just define it, simply means you have a POI, but that POI does not have an inducement. So what price then do is that it forms an inducement close to that POI so that it can take the POI, so that it can take that liquidity off, which is that inducement off, taking out early buyers or early sellers before returning back in the normal trend. So in this case, when price went up, leaving this POI here, there was no inducement. So when it came down, it formed an inducement, goes up, come into the POI here, mitigated it, and then it might just go up and then clear out this high. Do you get? So have your eyes peeled out on that for Euro USD. The buy can just go up and take out this high and take out this high here as drawn liquidity. Then for USD card, I think I post this. I think I did. I posted it on Sunday. That for USD card, I had a bearish bias on them. Given that I was buying GBP USD, I plan to buy on Monday. I already had the sense to sell this, and it was kind of like simple though, because I marked this whole bearish supply level, and the only thing was just to wait for displacements, like I've been saying. So if you come here now, you will see that price mitigated the POI here. This is 15 minutes. So you see all of this, there was no displacement. There's a high, there's a low, there's a high, there's a low, then there's a high here, there's a low, there's a high here. Price then breaks this low here. So this is a proper level. This is a proper level, and this one is a normal displacement. So took this trade from 23.6 when it pulled back into this level here, and put your stop loss there and just hold the sell trade to the lows. You get to the low. So I've been this one too. I sent this buyers, sent everything since the TP is not even here. Where is it? Here. I know it was here. Yes. So it's still going. Hopefully it gets to its TP. So if you have a trade on USD card, you can sell or find entries. I don't know. Most of you know how to trade continuations. As for me, you say as for me and my household. As for me, I don't know how to trade continuations. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how to trade anything continuation. If price has gone or more, let the trade just be going. I'm not chasing it for anything in this life. Do you get? Nothing will make me chase a trade. If the trade want to go, it should go. Do you understand? So yeah. So let's proceed. So that's for USD card, right? Then for, let me check this chat. Then share your thoughts on gold. Yeah, I'm coming to that. Then for Euro JPY, I'm just breaking down the ones I trade first. So for Euro JPY, I already sent these buyers. It's on X. I posted about 2 days ago, and it's simple. So I said this is what I was going to wait for a sell from, and then this is the draw liquidity that I expect price to get to. I don't know how long it's going to get there, but that is my plan. You get? So why did I mark this other level? So price has mitigated this POI now. Their wholesale stuff there. So price mitigated it, right? And no displacement in all of these levels until this level here. So you can see that price made a high here and then eventually breaks the low here. So normally I'll use 23.6 in this level like this, and hence you have why this sell stuff is here. And that's what I want to sell from there. So immediately price mitigates this. I don't know if I did not subscribe this trading view, so I don't need it. So but immediately price mitigates that, I'll just take a sell from here. This should be able to give 5R if it delivers. Or if this delivers, it should be able to give at least 5R from here. You get? So I'm still waiting for mitigation. I saw it come very close to it, but I'm the kind of person that once there is no mitigation in that my POI or wherever I marked I want to enter, even if it's 2 pips away, 3 pips away, nigga, I don't care. I'm not taking the trade until the trade comes into it properly. I'm not going to take the trade. That's just the way I am. That's the way I trade. Let me put it that way. That's the way I am. That's the way I trade. So hopefully this one mitigates. Besides, today is Wednesday. Wednesday is usually for expansion, or we call it expansion. Some people call it expansion, some people call it distribution. That is what we just feel like. It doesn't make it the general stuff that happens every Wednesday. No, it's not general because anything can happen. You get? So, but usually I notice that price will usually follow the trend it wants to go, or the main move for that week usually we start off from a Wednesday and run down to, you know, Friday, London or New York session. So for Euro JPY, this is my bias for it. I think this one had hold on. Yeah, I know it was this one. So if you look at it from the weekly perspective, that's why I say I posted it. So from the weekly perspective, right, you see here, that was the previous week, this is the present week, this was last week. So what happened was price went up last week and then swept the previous week high, and when it did that, it came down. What this usually will insinuate is price will then come down to target the low. This is how CRT, I think it's CRT now, what they do, like how they trade whatever they do, or is it Turtle Soap? I don't know, there are plenty names out there, but when I see it thought this, it thought it that's just directional bias. So given that already, right, what I expected was price to just go up, right, mitigate that POI, the supply level there, and then come down. You can see I still left all the annotations here. So I expect it to come down to this, you know, draw on liquidity here. So let's see how it goes though. Let's see how it goes. So this is Euro JPY. So person asks for gold. I'm coming to gold shortly. Okay. So for Euro AUD. Now, Euro AUD, this was a sell from last week. Was it this? Yeah, it's from last week. It was not this week now. Was not this week, it was from last week, Thursday, if I'm not wrong. So I saw that price had broken out. Like I said, I only trade breakout. So I saw that price had broken out. The only thing I waited for was, okay, mitigation of the POI that I wanted to use. I used this other block here, this 2-hour other block here. Okay, so normally a random person will just go into the trade immediately after this mitigation, but no, like I said, better to use your confirmation. So when I go to 15 minutes, I saw that price actually then displaces. So price displaces here after mitigation. In fact, this was the first mitigation, but you see there are no displacement. But do you know that I can put this in 5 minutes now, and then you will see a displacement? And this is the reason why I said, if you can just stop the nudge, just go up a time frame, just one more, you know, you will then be selective of your trades. I promise you, will be selective of your trades, because this is a classic displacement here. I used to call it displacement too. So price goes up, mitigate the POI here, and then it gives this high before dropping down, meaning that I can sell from here downwards. So if I had sold, I would hit stop loss. Oh, even if I didn't know anything about displacement too, and I wanted to use just the normal displacement, this is a normal one here. It displaced it, but did it hold? No. It doesn't mean that, okay, this will allow 15 minutes to always hold. No, that's not true. But it just means that instead of you taking the unnecessary loss from like the 5 minutes, you wouldn't need to. You get, so you wouldn't need to. So this is the high, the low, and then price went up, broke the structure briefly, right, and then came down to this place. And what did I say? This is a normal displacement. So what did I say about that? So took the trade from 23.6%, just like that, and then held the trade down to the drawn liquidity that I wanted. It was just a 3-hour trade. That's 3.58. It's not much. So presently I'm still waiting for what's going to happen, but I feel like this bearish move, what I feel like is that this bearish move has actually ended. Yes, that's what I feel like. I feel like the bearish move has ended and a bullish move is about to start. Or maybe I didn't put that right. I'll say it's ending. That's not ending because there's no confirmation yet. Do you get? So there's no confirmation yet, so that I can see it's ending. So maybe I take off everything that is here. We're going to have, you know, this bearish whatever that is going on, all of the things that you're seeing here, and that's what I'm saying. So the more it goes lower, the weaker it goes down. It's not strong, like there's no impulsive move. It's looking like the trend is now tired. It's just like what happened here. So you can see the way it moves here like this, and then boom, it breaks off. Then this is the main trend, and then it's doing it again here again. Do you get? So it might just boom again. I guess you understand what I'm saying. So if you go to like a much more higher time frame, maybe the daily, let's go to like 1 day, you then see that you see the structure, right? You see the structure is what is bullish. So the structure is bullish from here. You can see it basically, right? So this is a low, high, low, high, low, high. So all those times where price is just pulling back, it just basically what to call it now, pullbacks. So you see the pullbacks coming to 50% of the grand box or premium and discount level, right? So it comes to 50% of the premium discount level. Let's see if this one has come into it. So it has come into the 50% of the premium discount level. So basically this does the trend. That's why I said, so there's a way you would have traded your strategy. I'm not talking generally now, I'm just talking like based on what I've noticed. There's a way you trade your strategy, right? What you will be seeing is based off your own experience. Do you understand? So if you just look at the market, the moment you look at the market, it will just be based on your experience. So that's why I said, okay, looking at it, I feel like price is already selling, or price is ready to sell. Do you understand? So for Euro AUD, I expect it to go lower, and I mean, go higher. That's just what I expect. It doesn't make it right. Though. It doesn't make it right, or what is going to eventually happen. All right. So I have my eyes peeled out for it. Like I'm waiting for what's going to eventually happen. Okay. I think I need water. So that's for Euro AUD, by the way. I already explained how we cut that sell. Let me check. I'm sharing my thoughts on gold shortly. So on this Euro AUD, so for this is Euro card. So you can see the breakout stuff is still there. Price has broken out. Let me put it back. So from what you can see here, you can see that price has already broken out. And now that price has broken out, I will be focused on taking what? Sell. Now, okay, I see this. I take this off. So I see this here. I see that there's a breakout structure here, right? So I'll just like go to maybe the 2-hour time frame. There's a POI here. There's a POI here. So I'll just wait for how price is going to do on these levels here. So when price comes back into this POI like this, I'll take a sell to the downside. You get? But like I said, only based on confirmations. Only based on confirmations. So it's only based on confirmation that we're going to be taking the trade, yeah, on Euro card. So maybe you trade Euro card. I don't like to say I'm 100% confident that something is going to happen. No, but I would say I'm confident at least to a good extent. I'm very confident to a good extent that okay, this was going to happen. Price is going to continue selling from there. You get? And let me tell you where I expect it to drop down to. So this is swing low 1, so I expect it to drop down to this low here. If you ask me how do I know, I'll just tell you nobody knows anything, but based on from experience and how price has reacted off that level over time, or what I've noticed over time, that is what made me come to a conclusion like that price is going to react from that level. You get? So for Euro card, so you see the POI that we marked, or that I have marked for you now. I can take this off. I don't like plenty words. So the POI that I've marked for you now is this bearish pin bar. Is a pin bar. So this bearish pin bar, so you are very familiar with candlesticks. So you know that a bearish pin bar is a signal to sell, but you don't use them anyway, right? You don't use them anyway. Just like what TechRisk posted the other day about other blocks, like one of the most powerful other blocks. So you don't use them anyway. You use them only at certain levels, like key levels, what you guys call key levels, or supply and demand levels. So when price comes back to this other block here, which is this pin bar here, that is where I'll be looking for the sell confirmation to sell Euro card. You get? So yeah. Then for US30, now the funny thing about US30 is that I don't get signals on US30 all the time. No, I only get signals on US30 like, let's say, maybe 2 to 3 times in a month, and I'm serious. So only like 2 to 3 times in a month. That's when I used to get like signals on it. And what I basically trade is just sweep of liquidity. So the way I trade US30 is different from the way I analyze and trade currency pairs. So the way I trade currency pairs and commodity, they're the same. So US30 is just specific. I don't trade any other thing on US30 other than sweep of liquidity. That's all. The price sweeps liquidity, price reclaimed the liquidity that has been swept, nothing else. I put it, nothing else. So throughout July, and I only use one time frame. What did I press? I don't even know what I pressed. So throughout July, throughout June, throughout the month of June, right? I think I had only few trades. I had this trade here, right? I had this trade here, this buy here, when price of liquidity here, and then price changed the direction. This is throughout June. So I had that trade. This was the first trade I had in June. Then I mean, this one went up here. Yes, I remember this was given very hard to tell where price was going to. So I know it was no more than 2 positions I had in the whole of June. So when price did this, I was waiting for a sell confirmation here, but it did not. It went up, broke structure, thank God. So I was safe on stop loss there. So this was the second entry that I had. So you see, in throughout June, I had only 2 trades on it. So in this one again, price came, accept liquidity, reclaimed it, and then I took the buy from there. And that's the same thing I'm waiting for now. So basically waiting if price is going to sweep this low. So immediately it sweeps the low like this now, I'll wait for a displacement in that level, reclaim the block, and then I'll take the buy. But if there's no confirmation to buy, the confirmation is what I've showed you already. So if there's no confirmation to buy, I will not buy. This is the reason why I said I'm not doing mentorship. The only people that may be okay, I'll say I decide to teach are the ones that a special case. One of the reasons why I say I'm not teaching anybody again is because what's the essence? Basically, there's no reason, there's no need to do so. The reason why there's no need to do so is because I already teach it live most of the time. What I trade, I teach it all the time. Somebody said, man, but what if somebody replicates what you trade and then go and teach people? I say, I put it to you, the person is going to teach rubbish, because you see the logic, the way I trade, you only get it if I really explain it to you. So there's some things I will see, you will not see it. There's no way you're going to see it. And there are some things you will see, right? I will not see it too. That's why trading is very unique, and it's not a one straight game. Nope, it isn't. So that being said, let's continue. Again, like I said, I'm not seeing this I'm not seeing the space going on. So please, if you are on this space right now, on this session right now, you can do us one good and retweet it so that it will show, because the way it's showing on my own page now, I don't know if because I'm using this phone, the way it's showing on my own page now, it's showing like a link. It's not showing the whole thing. I don't know. But so let's continue. So for US30, if you trade US30, that it makes you selective of your trades. Okay, it makes you curb out. I think that's the word I'll use. So it makes you curb out certain mistakes that you would have made. It makes you curb those mistakes out. So I said already when I started this, and I told you that if you have a buy bias, there will always be a sell, and then price will shift. So from sell to buy, from sell to buy. If you have a sell bias, price will shift from buy to sell in the lower time frame. So for every buy entry in the lower time frame, there must be a corresponding or an antagonizing trend. There's no way I want to put that principle for you to understand, but basically just know this: if you want to buy, go to the lower time frame, wait for price to displace a sell trend in the lower time frame, and if you want to sell, go to the lower time frame, wait for price to displace a buy trend. So you want to buy here, and so what do you see price do? Price failed. So price has been coming down, right? Coming down, eventually sweeping liquidity. So the only thing I had to do was wait for a displacement of this last high. After displacement, then I get my entry. All right, now from what I explained already, for those ones that join on time, I said there are abnormal displacement. They are abnormal displacement and normal displacement. In this case, we have an abnormal displacement. So here, what are we going to use? We use the 50% level. Okay, and in this 50% level, you can see that is the exact place where the entry is. This is 23.6. If this displacement was a let me just explain displacement, because some people might be listening for the first time and be hearing displacement. Now, the way displacement works is this. So you have price drop down like this, okay? Let's say like this. So this becomes your displacement high, or no, this is your displacement low. This is your displacement flow here, this level, and then this is the high you are waiting for a shift to occur. So I might call it displacement because I watch ICT videos. You might not call it displacement, you might call it change in state of delivery. I know I saw a video like that. You might call it change in state of delivery, you might call it market structure shift. They are all the same thing. Do you get? So we're only waiting for price to what? To displace. Let me use to shift from this downside to the upside. So the moment it shifts like this, we take our entry and then we buy. So when I say we have abnormal and normal, abnormal is, you see that before it shifts, this low is very far from this high, and from this low rather, it's too far. This is abnormal, so here we use 50%. But in this type now, you can see that it is not far. You can go to your chart to confirm distance. So when you see this case is not far like this, I use 23.6. so it does depend on the situation on ground, right? We don't want to waste more time. So in this case, you can see it's far, so we use 50%. Take your trade, target the high, set your stop loss, give it a little room for stop loss to breathe, target the high, get your 4R, get out of the fucking trade. Do you get? So that's what we have here. Now for this present price action, what I see that I'm seeing that majority of traders will also see is that they will see what you call Quasimodo, which is that price has swept this liquidity here. So what they expect that will happen is going to be like this, that price will just take off from here. But no, that's not what me I see. What I'm saying is the major break of structure occurred here, and after that major break of structure occurred there, right, this rejection bar here, this particular one, is not mitigated. Do you get? So the way me I'm saying it, I'm looking at, okay, what will others want to do that I don't want to do? What will the impatient person, like an impatient person, like I use myself, or I used to use myself as an example, that okay, when I was maybe unprofitable, what will I want to do in this level? In all, the answer that will come to me is that I want to go in on time. I want to enter this trade right now. That's just it. I want to jump in the trade on time. So if that is what I was going to do, I will then flip it in my mind. All right, so I want to do the opposite, or not just the opposite. I want to do it, but I'll do it late, like late than I would have done it before. So instead of buying here, I would not buy. Instead of even buying when price comes into this place, I will not buy. I will only buy if price sweeps this liquidity. Then in the lower time frame, right, there is a shift of structure. So like I told you, if you have a buy bias, you go to the lower time frame, there will be a corresponding sell trend. You want to wait for that sell trend to shift, then you can buy. This doesn't eliminate stop loss, it only reduces it. It's just like that topic we have in economics. We have one topic, poverty. So there's some people say, is it possible to eradicate poverty? There is nothing like poverty eradication. There is only poverty reduction or alleviation. That's it. So in this case, there's nothing like you want to eradicate stop loss. You can only alleviate it or reduce your stop loss, and that's why you need confirmations. You get? So I wait for price to come into this level, sweep this liquidity, this previous low here, then causes a shift, then we're going to buy. I think that's very self-explanatory. I think I took my time to explain that. All right, so on US30, have that bias locked in. Then on BTC has just been doing a lot of shenanigans, and I really don't even want to even get into what it's doing, because look at it. This is the whole move that BTC has moved from June on the 4th of June. to today, which is like 8. Today is what now? Is it 8 or what? Yeah, your restream reports, okay. Why is he sending me restream reports? It seems this thing has ended. Hold on, let me confirm if this thing has ended. Has he ended? Please tell me if it has ended. You're in the live chat. If you're in the live chat, if this thing has ended, let me know. Tell me. Let's see. It's still streaming now. So why is he saying? Let me check. Yo, Jesus, as he ended, he went to take the other phone to confirm. Nobody's saying anything on the live chat, so that's why I need to take the other phone to confirm if it has ended. Ew. Okay, I guess it's still on. It has not ended. Alright. It has not ended, so let's continue. I'll wrap it up shortly. I don't want to stay too long because then in case you need me to check any pair for you, we've been here for like 46 minutes already, so just in case you need me to check on a pair for you, you drop it in the live session or drop it as a message in the in the comment section. Do you get? I really need to drink water. So let's proceed. So I guess that particular explanation on US30 was very clear, and BTC, I'm not going to analyze it because it's not clear to me. Once something is not clear to me, I don't bother. Honestly, I don't even try to even. I don't bother. There are other fishes in the sea. In this case, so for gold, and the person that said, oh, I should check what are my thoughts on gold, right? I already posted it. What is bias? I don't already post them. I posted it on Monday. On Monday is when I used to post my trade breakdown. On Wednesday I do a follow up. On a Friday I do a recap. So on Monday I posted all the analysis that I wanted, and I told you that gold, I think I sent it now, and I also sent it to the Telegram channel. I said what I expect for gold is I expect gold to sell. I remember sending the buyers, right? Okay, yeah, I can see it now. I sent the buyers. This is on the 6th, so that was 2 days ago, which is on Monday. So I sent the buyers that gold is going to sell, and it's going to sell to this low, down here, like down. Do you get? I don't know. Let me see. I think this will show here now. So let's see. It's supposed to show. It's supposed to show it. I don't want to change the screen and then show you Telegram, or I know that this one will still show it will still show my screen, so you'll be able to see what I'm looking at or what I'm seeing. Let me just search for it and it doesn't waste our time. XAU USD. Exactly. So you can see this was posted on the 6th. I said feel free to sell. So what is boost? I'm not boosting any fucking thing. So this was on the 6th, right? 6th is when? 6th is Monday. I posted it around 5:30 in the morning that you should sell gold. So you can see the level, you can see the place that I want to sell to. That's 3960. So I already posted it that gold was to sell. Also, where is it? I know it's 2 positions, it's not just one. So the re-entry, I have a re-entry. I posted it that same day in the morning, around 8 a.m. in the morning, that if you want to, like, maybe you missed that first sale, that first one is more than 16 hours. So if you missed it, then you can take on this trade. So this is the second one here. You can take on the same target, which is at 3960. Okay, and the entry is at sorry, the entry was at the current market price, which was at 4151. Price is retraced though. So but what me I did was, for a swing trade, yeah, so I took 2 trades. So I still have one running. So for a swing trade, I held the overall. Then for me to take the trade I normally would have taken, right, immediately after price mitigated the POI that I marked from what you just saw here. So immediately price mitigated this POI. You can see this what's it called now, this fair value gap. You can see there's a gap here and here. So when price mitigated this fair value gap, right, what I then did was I waited, simply waiting for what I tell you, displacement. So I waited for, okay, price should shift. If price then shifts, I'll take the trade. So the shift was not really that clear. So sometimes I'm just going to be truthful, be candid to you. Sometimes you will know the way you expect it is not the way it's going to come. Do you get? No, it's not the same way. It's not the same way it's going to come. So this is what happened here. So price goes up, then mitigates it here, causing a high, and then drops down to this low, causing a low here. But it's not really that clear, so you might make mistakes, but this one just takes experience. There's a way you trade something over and over again. When you then see it, sometimes I don't need to annotate or draw anything. I see it, I just take my trade. So I then saw that, okay, price went up, then shifted it here. So if you see, this is a normal one. It's people's comments, I'm just laughing. But it's fine though. So that's just it. That's just the way it took this trade. So I have taken 5 hours already from gold here, right? And some people took trades from here. So it doesn't make one person's entry or one person's entry model more superior than another. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that you know something, you have knowledge about something, you have the reason about something, it doesn't make your knowledge more superior. No, it doesn't. It just means you have an edge. Use the edge. Just keep the shut up. Just keep quiet and just do your own thing. Don't need to make a fuss about it. Alright. So for my thoughts on gold, like I said, I'm not good with confirmation. So it's not now I'm going to be forcing anything. There's no way you force me to force anything. No. But what I can see here, I can explain to you is that price indeed yesterday went up to sweep liquidity, and then eventually retested this other block here. Let me show you. So there's another block here in 1 hour here. So it's nothing. I feel like price is going to buy. And why do I say price is going to buy? I feel like price is going to buy to this level, because now we now have a sweep of liquidity here. So let me just take this one off so we'll not see it again. So we now have a sweep of liquidity in this place here. So, and this was not mitigated. So you're going to see price like eventually come back up here, mitigate this level before dropping down. Hopefully, right, you're going to see something. So if you see something like this, you can trust it. You can then use it. All right. So if you go to 15 minutes, I guess you'll be able to see the liquidity and all that shit. So if you ask me my thoughts on gold, this is it here. But to take a trade continuation from here, you get, take a trade continuation from this level, the stop loss just rightly above the high, and trade it down. If you want to hold your trade, you can hold it. Like I said, the draw on liquidity is 3960. Is here. Where is it here now? I think I marked it here. So it's like 3960 here. This is the draw on liquidity that I have for gold. You get. And it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. No. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And that's why you don't get greedy in the market. You have a premeditated plan on what you want to do. You take your trade, you get off the market. That's how you trade calculatively. You don't trade haphazardly. You don't trade you shouldn't trade haphazardly. Don't trade like a disorganized buffoon. No, you trade very orderly. You have a plan to take the trade. You have a plan to risk certain things on the trade. You do according to that plan, and nothing above and nothing below it. Do you get? So on gold, that is my own little 2 cents. I think that should be all. Yeah, that's all I trade. So I'm looking at the live session. Bro, do account giveaway. So is it bro? So okay, bro, do account giveaway. Okay, I hear you. I will do account giveaway. I'll do account giveaway soon. So I think I've looked at the live session. I don't see any check this pair or check that pair. So I'll check two more places. I'll check the Telegram live group and the comment section here. If I don't see anyone, then this will be the end of today's session. And you take note of the trades that we already analyzed. You get to go over it again. For GBP USD, I'm expecting a sell to happen here. So if I get a displacement, we're going to take a sell from here down to this low, to this POI here. I mean this level here rather. So on GBP USD, I'm expecting a sell. On Euro USD, I said no buyers. If you want to buy it, you can buy. If you want to sell, you can say I don't know. I don't have any buyers on it yet. For USD card, we already had a sell, holding the sell. I explained everything for us, right? For Euro JPY, Jesus. And how did this thing not alert me now? Which kind win should be this? Wait, did you send a message to my? It didn't send a message. You guys are saying the rubbish that this thing is doing now. Hold on. You're not going to do this thing to me. Except I did not draw it correctly. Yeah, I did now. So price are supposedly hit our entry here. It did not give it didn't alert us. More like a sniper. That's why I didn't get any alerts. I'll just delete the alert. There's no need for it again. So we're going to take a sell from this level like this and drop down like this. How many hours is the trade safe? How many hours? If you don't the past 5, I know they do. So I'm coming. So I'm just going to take this trade on Euro JPY. This is the time when my MT5 would decide not to load up, and I didn't connect it to this router. So guy, you load now. You go that big. Hey. Sometimes phone network will be faster than router. Sometimes router will be faster than phone. I thought this thing is not really loading up. But what do I do? So if you want to take the trade, like you want to join me and take this trade, right? We're taking it at the current market price. Price has already gone. So at the current market price, then the a stop loss is at 185.559. You can see it clearly. Then the take profit is at 184.676. So if you trade with profits that might breach you due to copy trading, use your sense and adjust those stop loss. So you can make your own longer, right? You can put your stop loss more far, your stop loss like 5 pips away. I guess you understand what I'm saying, right? So what the heck is that? Euro JPY. So yeah. So if I hit stop loss, if I hit this stop loss, this will be like the first stop loss. This will be like the first stop loss I'm hitting for the week. Oh my god, I'm scared. Alright, so I'm taking the trade now. Yeah, blood of Jesus. I swear I pressed this thing no load. Okay. Because this program has a 3-minute stop loss rule, and I'm pressing the stop loss from account. So sometimes you might make mistake. Hey god, my network is going off. Like I mean, and the router is steady. Should I think I'll just connect to the router. I don't want anything to disturb this live session. That's why I'll connect it to the router. So I made a mistake. The mistake was, okay, I wanted to rigs. I had a smaller prop account, and then I had a bigger prop account. You get, so instead of me risking the funny thing, so instead of me to risk this thing, instead of me to risk small, like on the small account I'm supposed to risk small there. So in my mind I thought it was a big account. So what did I do? As I remember the events now, I just laugh myself because it was funny. Jesus, it was a very funny event. I risked so much that I swear to God, the only thing I was thinking was that, I don't breach this thing. I don't breach, like I will get a breach email. And funny enough, I didn't get any breach email, like, because immediately I opened the trade. Immediately, I didn't even wait 2 seconds. I didn't wait. I noticed the mistake immediately. You know that kind of a thing, your heart go first cut, spa. Immediately I closed the trade. I didn't even wait at all. I closed the trade immediately. After I closed the trade like this, then my heart calmed down. Let me set my take profit first. 184,676,184,676. Then I closed the trade. So what I was then waiting for throughout that day, honestly, was that okay, they will send me a breach email. I was surprised that I didn't get any breach email. I was surprised I didn't get any breach email. So we have a trade on euro. We first of all have a trade on USD CAD, going down, selling hard, doing well. So I have a trade on euro JPY, plan to sell from here. Hopefully it does. If it does, good for us. If it doesn't, it becomes the first stop loss of the week. Then we have I told you that euro AUD, expect price to push higher. So we have like a bullish breakout. We're going to revisit on Monday, on Friday. Then for euro CAD, I said we're going to sell. Only thing I'm waiting for is a pull back into this POI. Definitely we're going to sell. This is one of my classic A setup. Yes, I used to risk. Normally I'll risk like 1% or maybe 0.75%. In cases like this, I risk 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, but never 2. There's nothing that should make you too confident that you should then risk too much. No, never. For US30, for BTC, have no plan to take the trade. I didn't give any bias for it. Then for gold, I sent the trade on where is it? Is it still there? I think I should retweet it. I want to retweet the stuff now. So for people that did not see, so I sent the trade already before on Monday. So for people that took the trade the day I sent it, right? Good for you. So but people that did not take the trade, that want to take the trade now, right? You can simply wait for what I said. So wait for price to come into this level here, like a Quasimodo entry. So wait for price to come into this level, sweep this liquidity here, come, and then you can take a sell down. So but whatever entry that you get, however you get your entry, if you want to hold the trade down, 3960 is the total target. This is it here. 3960 is the main target that I'm targeting. All right, I think that's the end. So this brings us to the end of the session. We're going to meet again on Friday. For the person that asked that, okay, we should do giveaway, I should do account giveaway. I think I plan to do that. BTC, I just said it to be, I don't have any bias on BTC. I don't need to force what I don't know. I don't want to go tell people waiting. I know, I don't really know anything about it. Then OBS connected successfully. This one should have disconnected. We have 58 members. At least I was done before it disconnects. I was done. Shadaboosh. I know it disconnected. Where is it? Except this disconnection did not cut out the live stuff, which I'll be surprised because I put it on a 2 seconds buffer rate now. Yeah, that's what I did. So I guess it didn't cut it out. If it didn't cut it out, good job from X then. So And like I said, now person will get markets, a big get cutlass, they go farm. If you go to the farm without your cutlass or your instrument, you are going to waste your time. Right? It's just the same way as a trader. You cannot call yourself a trader if you don't have an account. There's nothing you are doing. You are just wasting your time. Ways to get accounts: engage in giveaway posts. See, there are many giveaway posts. Engage. There are many traders today that have made it like they are fucking rich now because of just one giveaway account that they got, and they showed the skill that they have in those accounts, and they got to payouts. Do you get what I mean? So engage in giveaway posts. If you're working and you can save to buy, do that. All right, do that. If is that you are a creator on X and X is paying you, which is you are monetized already, right? You can also use that means to get. Some people get pay, even the minimum pay on X is $30, and from $30 and above. So depending on what you are posting, how your posts are engaging, and how interactive it becomes, you get. So then you start receiving a better pay and all that shit. If that's what you want to do that. Any means that you can do the right way, the legal way. Don't go and scam somebody. You will go to jail. Don't see, the thing about scamming people is that it will take you a longer time before you actually eventually make real money, because you just keep on going from one debt to another. You can go and check it. Many people that have either scam one person or the other, collected money from this place or the other, right? They are paying one debt or the other. They will continue to pay debts. They will continue to pay debts until they remove their hand from the rubbish that they do. So there are legal means of making your money. Do it. You get. So because there's no need to say, oh, this person is a trader, that person is a trader, when the person does not have an account. And it's not easy. The country right now, most of us are Nigerians, right? The country right now is not inflation is at an all-time high. Everything is so expensive. Cost of living is already killing the living, and many other things. So it's not the time for you to just live anyhow and do anyhow. If you do that, you're going to see anyhow. Do you understand? So be guarded. Know what you are doing. Use your medulla oblongata or whatever they call it. Use your head. Don't just work hard, work smart. Use your head. You get. Use your head. Because the main goal is for us to be professional traders, for us to trade well, make good money, make cool cash. Do you think if you're making $1 million, I'm even using an example, just $1 million, you make $1 million a month, you are doing well more than 90-something% of the whole Federation Nigeria. You are doing way than 90-something%. If you make just $1 million, how much is $1 million? It's just less than $700 and something dollars. $1 million. And you make that monthly. Talk less of when you start making 5 million. Talk less of when you start making 10 million. Small is a place to begin, but not a place to remain. So you can start small. Start from where you are. It's something my mom used to tell me. You get it to my mom always used to tell me that time. She'll call my name. She'll then tell me, say, anything that you have in your hand to do or to solve a particular problem, use it first before you go out. That thing has stick with me. So anything I have in my hand to work, you see on the internet, yes, it might be cruise, but to get to you, they say, oh, in 2026 you're trading a 5k account, in 2026 you're trading a 2k account, in 2026 you're trading a 10k account. It doesn't matter, because I put it to you, most of the people that even say that, they are not yet profitable. Because a profitable person knows one thing. He knows that even having one account and having the account funded doesn't come easy. It comes with a lot of stress. It comes with a lot of proving yourself. So if you have a 2k account, if you have a 5k account, that is your small. It's your seed. It's not over. It's not the end of the world. It's not even okay, you have been trading for so long, and then when will you eventually make it? Put that away from your mind. When you keep that kind of thoughts in your mind, when will I make it, you will continue to run on that rat race what you need to do is to attract value to yourself. Meaning get better intrinsically, like get better as a trader, get better as a person. All right, trading is not easy. There's something that my pastor used to say that time when I was in school, and I still believe it today. Everybody's using something in this world. Everybody's using something. Either you're serving God, you're serving juju, you're serving your traditional stuff in your village and all that. Everybody's using something. So make sure that you are staying one place. For me, I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, so I make sure that I pray. It's not everything that is by work. It's not everything that you want to work and work for. No, something will come to you by grace. Yes, I posted something yesterday night. Sometimes you are showing up every day, consistency. Another person is working with connection. That person is already leading you like 100-0. That's grace. That's what we're talking about. So in as much as you are putting in the work to do what you need to do, pray. Don't neglect the place of prayer. Pray. Many people today, they don't even do that. Pray. Prayer is not for another person. Even if you are twins, prayer is for you. Pray. Do you get? Pray. It's very important. It's something that you cannot do without. Pray. As we go older, as we're getting more advanced in age, we then begin to see the need for those things. Pray. You want your life to be in order. Pray. In fact, it's one thing I've noticed. The more you pray, the more your life should be in order. And I like how the Bible puts it. It says, faith without work is dead. So the Bible says you should have faith. Faith is to believe, to trust, right? But you see, without work is dead, meaning that there is a work to be done. You have to play your part for grace to play its own part, for God to play his own part, for the universe, if it's the universe you believe in, to play his own part. You have your own part to play. The only thing that I have to tell you now is that, are you playing that part well? Are you playing it well? Is your eyes fixated on the goal or the objective, on the plan? And the thing that you need to do, is your heart there? Or you're just showing up every day without a plan or without anything? You're just showing up regardless. No, don't do that. Because you can do a mistake where you think you are busy. No, activity doesn't mean productivity. That you are busy doing something doesn't mean that you are productive in that thing. No, it's not the same thing. It doesn't convert to being productive. No. All right. So make sure that you do what you need to do. If it's time to study, you study. If it's time to journal your trades, you journal your trades. If you want to execute your trade, you execute your trades. You don't execute all trades. You don't want to be busy taking all the trades. You execute the trades that you know. Oh, you call them a setup. Fine, leave them as a setup. Take those ones alone. But make sure you are doing what you need to do. Do you get? So I don't want to stay much here. Sometimes if I start talking like this, I can stay at God knows when. I'm just like that. Do you get? I'm just like that. So I'll see you on the next one. Definitely. We have trades that we've already looked at. So we're going to see again on Friday. So on Friday we're going to come again and then check for a recap for the trades that we've taken, and also for another session. Do you get? And what I pray for is that God bless you in anything that you're doing. The works of your hands are blessed. You will not die prematurely. None of your family will die prematurely. And you will live to see the work of your hand. You will be productive and you will be profitable. So I'll see you when I see you. Take care of yourself and bye for now. All right. So everybody, bye.